Oh, sorry I didn't see you there. My name's Jordan Stovra. You know, I like pondering the world's problems when I sit in this room. Have a nice glass of eggnog after the Christmas break. You know how it is. One of the things I like to ponder is physics. Because, you know, if you really look around, physics is all around us. It takes physics to shower. It takes physics to get muscles like mine. Some people have said me and Matthew McConaughey look a lot alike. Our beards, our ripped arm, our washboard abs. I can see the resemblance. That's neither here nor there. Now, some of you might be watching this video and wondering to yourself, he actually hasn't said anything in depth about physics. And to that, I agree. I've just meaninglessly pointed out stuff around my house that do involve physics. Nice eggnog. Now, and the only reason to explain that is because I actually don't know much about physics. But there is one thing I have figured out to a science about physics, and that is making cookies. Now, some of you are hesitant, and that's fine. Because I realize that, you know, making cookies is one of the most important things to be involved with physics, because it incorporates everything that physics has to offer. Heat, radiation, motion. It involves a lot, and I will teach you. I'm first going to start out with the subject of motion and making cookies. I have here a metal spoon and a tin of cookie dough. Now, if you see, I am forcibly plunging this spoon into the cookie dough, and I am nicely rolling it out. One, to get even cookies, and two, because it's easier than just putting your hand in. But people are saying, that's not motion. But to me, there's a lot of motion from me bringing my hand down to here and the force and velocity to break the rock hard shell of this cookie dough. You know, this was sitting in the freezer for about 2 months. It got hard. It got real hard. Now, when we look over at the oven, which I have set for 425 to bake, there's going to be some people saying, well, you know, yeah, that's just a cop-out answer. Of course an oven has physics. It has heat, radiation, convection, all that kind of stuff. But that is not a cop-out answer, because you have to really understand it. It is something really important. It's not just some oven. It's a thing to make food. You know, back in my day, we didn't have to worry about physics. I was in grade 1. I remember all I learned was addition, subtraction, and I read a book every once in a while. But mostly those first two. You know, I think it's gotten real tough on me, having to learn all these bell curves, these convection, these Snell diagrams, all this stuff I don't need to learn. When will I ever use the Snell diagram to figure out a ray of light? Never. Good cookie dough. Might get salmonella. I don't know, maybe I'm just ranting. But I'm glad I have a good teacher to help me through it. So I'm looking at the oven here, and it said it's 300. If I said 425 before, I screwed up. My fault. I didn't read the instructions. Who does? But if you look inside, you have various parts of this oven. You have the racks, which just holds the food that you're going to put in the oven. And then you have these coils of heat on top. You see them? You see those coils of heat? Those powerful coils of heat? Okay? That is what controls the temperature. So it's going to make this oven up to 300 degrees. And that's going to radiate off the sides of the metal heat oven. Because, again, metal, I think it's steel, I could be wrong, radiates off it. And it bounces off, which increases the heat of the oven, which helps cook the food. Now, this is a metal thing. This is going to heat up, which is going to help cook it, and the heat moving around will help cook the top. That's why the bottom should be brown, because this will get a majority of the heat. It'll hit the bottom, which will make it grow into a cookie. You know, physics is really fascinating. So here it is. Here's the end. You know, you should reflect on what you learned on this video. Is it that I have a striking complexion of Matthew McConaughey? Is it because you learned that I shower sometimes? Is it because you know my in-depth knowledge about the physics that go into cookies? That is up to you. I just want to leave you with this. Remember that it's not just cookies that have physics, it's everything in your life. Driving a car, the motion, the kinetic energy, physics. You know, walking to school, your legs need kinetic energy to physics. I really only know two things, that's heat and kinetic energy. So I'm going to keep bringing up those examples, just for people who just want to leave after this. You know when you cook supper for your parents on the stovetop, and it gets really warm? Physics. You should start thinking your life, not as, oh, magic happens, but because fact and science does. Then you really embrace life. This is Jordan Stovra. Have a good day, everyone.
Kiss me.